the one way I want to go with you, however, Dave McMenamin here from ESPN, is the Anthony Davis scenario and the Lakers and what is going on with them. And to start that, I want you to reiterate, you are the one who LeBron said something about Anthony Davis too many moons ago. Feels like years ago, but it was just months ago that sparked the whole Clutch Sports, Rich Paul, LeBron James, bring Anthony Davis to the Lakers scenario. Dave, walk me through that story you told here in studio to set up this conversation, if you don't mind, please.
Right. This was back in December, and it was before a game that the Nets played against the Lakers at Barclays Center. And I had just done a SportsCenter hit on the court, and the part of the hit was talking about Anthony Davis, how he was going to be making his first trip to Staples Center later that week to play against the Lakers, first trip of the season, of course. And as I was doing my television hit, it was airing in the locker room. I guess LeBron and others were watching it, and I went into the locker room after doing my hit, as I normally do, to talk to the players during availability. And LeBron kind of looked at me with kind of like a, you know, something I don't know, like, well, what are you talking about AD for? And I just kind of said, well, he's coming to town, and there's speculation he might not want to finish his career or resign in New Orleans, and obviously the Lakers would be a team looking to improve. And and then of course he said to me, the quote that was referenced a lot throughout last season was that, it would be amazing, it would be incredible if the Lakers traded for him, which some people viewed as LeBron throwing his teammates under the bus, because it would involve them needing to be going away from LA to make it happen. Others people thought it was the most obvious quote of all time. Of course you want to trade for a top 7 player in his prime in Anthony Davis. And now here we stand. The Lakers have re-involved themselves in the Anthony Davis sweepstakes, and there's appears to be a short list of teams that are vying for his services. I mean, you have basically the teams that we've heard of so far have been the Lakers, the Celtics, and the Knicks. You wonder why the Clippers, you don't hear as much about them, and maybe it's because their sights are set on Kawhi Leonard until told that they can't get him. But this is really will be when we just talked about the power structure of the NBA, and then should the Rockets be the favorite going into next year, or you mentioned the Bucks, that's another team you have to talk about too. Wherever Anthony Davis ends up, that team very likely will be in the short list of contenders for next year.
Well, I mean, and then you asked LeBron if you could go on the record with his quote, and he gave you the right to do that, and then that started a whole firestorm, and then comes the public statement, made it public that Anthony Davis wanted to get traded, something that Rich Paul told Sports Illustrated this week was Dell Demps trying to sabotage things. And so my question is do you think that this has been a plan for LeBron and Rich Paul and Clutch Sports and Anthony Davis from the minute that it seemed like he just said something to you off the cuff, Dave, and that this is inevitable?
Well, I reported last year that last summer when LeBron met with Magic Johnson, Anthony Davis' name did not come up before he signed with the Lakers. So if it was a plan, it doesn't root itself all the way back, whatever that would be, 11 months ago. But yeah, I certainly believe, even though he made an off-the-cuff comment to me in December, that comment was preceded by, whatever conversation LeBron would have had with his management team as he canvassed the league and thought about ways the team could get better.
Where do things stand right now?
Right now, Adrian Wojnarowski is leading our coverage, and there still seems to be the issue, and I'm not even sure this is fair to characterize as the hang-up issue, because it could very well be just New Orleans that's waiting for other offers to pour in. But the Lakers' offer of Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, the number 4 pick, does not include Kyle Kuzma. and that, according to the reporting by Adrian Wojnarowski and others, that is a piece that New Orleans covets, and thus far, the Lakers are reticent to include it because they feel like they have more leverage than the team they're vying against currently in the Boston Celtics, because you mentioned Rich Paul. Rich Paul told Sports Illustrated in no uncertain terms that Anthony Davis will not be extending and re-signing there next summer. And so is Boston really going to make that great of an offer if they know it's a one-year rental? And hence the Lakers are trying to hold on and not make that Godfather offer because they feel like they are in the driver's seat.
Yeah, but the boy do the Lakers need a game changer. They cannot walk away from July 1st striking out. And Klay Thompson is not walking through that door with an ACL. I mean, they can't max out somebody that can't play for one of the remaining 3 years or even 2 years of LeBron's window there. They can't do that.
Yeah, which is a shame. You can't even consider going after KD or Klay.
No.
I mean, your time frame doesn't allow it. Even if one of them told you, "I'd love to come," you go, "Oh man, that in a different reality that would be fun," but they can't.
Right.
And so, obviously, the names, and this is what Magic Johnson said on First Take. The two names that he believed they should target are Kyrie Irving and Kawhi Leonard, and very well that could still be the case. But pairing one of those two with LeBron and AD, and now you're talking about not just being the Lakers being in the conversation as a contender, but very well being the favorite.
The Lakers, you think more likely than not, don't keep who they choose it for, or don't choose it for at all? Yes or no? What do you think right now?
I'm not so sure a trade gets done prior to the draft.
Wow.
I think their intention, though, would not to be choosing at all. Just like they can't sign a guy who's hurt to help them next year. Even a top flight prospect, we saw it with their young players last year. To rely on that young of a player to help them for what they're trying to ultimately achieve, I don't think that's the route either.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.